Today we are going to discuss a very important concept of quantum mechanics, and it is in fact the concept of operators. First of all, we will define the operator, and after that we will discuss the physics of operators in quantum mechanics. So first of all, we are going to know the general definition of an operator, uh, and that means that definition is general on in quantum mechanics. In other branches of science, that definition will be valid. So how an operator is defined? An operator, suppose a hat. Always we will denote an operator by the symbol of hat, and so here I have considered a hat is an operator, and it is defined as a mathematical rule which, when applied to a ket psi, then it will transform that ket psi into another ket, suppose psi prime, of the same space. And similarly, if this operator is acted upon a bra vector, say bra phi, then it will transform that bra vector into another bra, let us say bra phi dash. Mathematically, you may write it as a hat ket psi equal to ket psi dash. It means this operator has changed this vector ket psi into another vector ket psi dash of the same space. And see here operator A hat has been operated on bra phi, and after that operation we get another bra phi dash. Remember one thing, whenever we operate an operator on a bra vector, the operation is from right side, not from left side. In front of bra vector, the operator stands as in this equation you are seeing. Similar definition applies to wave functions. If we consider the wave function instead of ket vector and bra vector, the definition of operator will remain same. Let us say psi of r is a wave function. When the operator a hat is operated on this psi of r, we will get another wave function psi dash of r. And similarly, when operator a is operated on the wave function phi of r, we get another wave function phi dash of r. Now, we will first of all see some important examples of operators, and after that, when we will study the postulates, we will also discuss how the operators are defined, or we find the expression for operator. But here we will give some important examples of operators used in quantum mechanics. So examples we will take which are common example used in quantum mechanics. So first of all, we consider an operator which is known as unity operator. Unity operator, it is a very important and common operator used in quantum mechanics. Unity operator. Unity operator is denoted by the symbol I hat, and whenever this operator is operated on a ket, it leaves the ket unchanged. So if I hat is operated on a on a kit on a kit psi, then it leaves the kit psi unchanged. That is, the operation of this operator does not affect the vector kit psi. So we may write I hat kit psi is simply equal to kit psi. Another example which is also very important is a gradient operator. Gradient operator. Gradient operator is denoted by this symbol, and in Cartesian coordinate we define it as del x I plus del y j plus del z k. And so if this operator is operated on a wave function say psi of r, what will be the result? The result is del psi of r del x I plus del psi of r del y j plus del psi of r del z k. This is gradient operator. Now, a most important operator I am citing here is the linear momentum operator. Linear momentum operator. Linear momentum operator. Actually, linear momentum operator is a vector operator, and this operator is defined as minus I h cross del, or you may say equivalently h over I del. So if we operate this operator on a wave function say psi of r, what will be our result? The result will be minus I h cross del psi r. Another common operator used in different places is a very important operator which is called Laplacian operator. So another important example is of Laplacian operator. It is denoted by this symbol, and in Cartesian coordinate we define it as del 2 del x square plus del 2 del y square plus del 2 del z square. And so, if this operator is operated on the wave function psi of r, the result will be del 2 psi of r del x square plus del 2 psi of r del y square plus del 2 psi of r del z square. Now, a most important operator is parity operator. The parity operator. Remember, here I am just giving the example, not any detail of these operators. In forthcoming lecture, we will discuss in detail some of these operators. So, parity operator, if we denote it as this, and when it is operated on a wave function psi, what is its effect? It actually invert the space coordinate. So p hat psi r is equal to psi minus of r. So these are some important examples. Remember this, and as I have told you in further lectures, we will discuss some more important operators in details. Now we will discuss products of operators. Products of operators. Products of operators. Actually, the product of two operators in general is not commutative. So, say if A hat and B hat are two operators, then A hat B hat is not equal to B hat A hat. That in general, you may say it may be equal, but not always. So in general, product of A and B is not equal to product of B and A. It means the order matters, and this implies order matters. So we say that in general the product of two operators is not commutative. Although product of operators is associative. So however, products of operators is associative. It is not in general commutative, but product of operator in general is associative. As we may see that if we take the product of three operators, say A hat, B hat and C hat, you may write this product as A hat product of B hat and C hat. Here we have associated B and C, and after that we will multiply it with A. And equivalently this will be equal to A hat, B hat, C. It means if we associate B and C and after that we take the product with A, and if we associate A and B and after that take its product with C, the product does not change. Here one thing we should note that we also have a very important result. A hat N, A hat M, N and M are indices. This will be equal to A hat N plus M. So this is something regarding the products of two operators. Now another important thing here we should note that when the product of two operators, say the product of operators A and B, operates on a gate, let us say gate psi, the operator B will act first on gate psi and then operator A acts on the new gate. So it means if we operate the product of operator A and B on gate psi, what does it mean? It means we will write it as A hat B at gate psi. It means first of all B will act on this gate psi, and after that act of B we will get another gate, and on that another gate A will be operated. So here the order matters. Order matters. We cannot take the action of A on gate psi first and after that action of B, we cannot take. If this is the order of this product, we must operate first of all operator B on gate psi, and after that we will operate A on that gate vector. Similarly, you may say similarly when, let us say the product of four operators A, B, C and D operates on gate psi, then which operator will act first? First of all, D will act first. Then D acts first. Then B. D will act first, and then C, then C, then B, and then A. This will be the order of action. Now, one thing here we will see, if an operator is sandwiched between a bra vector and a kit vector, then that yields in general a complex number. Let us say, in general, if we take an expression bra phi A kit psi, what you see here? You see that the operator A is sandwiched between a bra vector bra phi and a kit vector kit psi. And this in general is a complex number. It is a complex number in general. Although it may be real, but in general it is a complex number. It may be purely real or purely imaginary too. This quantity may be purely real and purely imaginary. It may be. Here, one thing we should note. I am writing it in a note. Whenever an operator is sandwiched between the two vectors, that is a bra vector phi and a kit vector psi, then how we will consider the action of this operator? Actually, there are two manners, and both manners will give the same result. If we have to evaluate this quantity, it does not matter if one first applies A to the kit psi and then takes a bracket, or one first applies A on bra phi and then takes bracket. It does not matter. So we may write equivalently in this way of it. This expression may be written as, this is equal to, you may first of all take the action of operator A on bra phi and then take the bracket of this with psi, and we can also take it as bra phi A kit psi. We can take. So, action of A on kit psi first of all is considered here, and then we take the bracket, and in first expression we first of all operate this operator on bra phi and then take bracket. The result remains same. And this is the general property and general definition of an operator. Now in second lecture we will discuss a very important concept that is called concept of linear operator. You may remember in quantum mechanics in general, when we say an operator, that means linear operator. But what is that linear operator? We will discuss in next lecture.